Hi, once again, my name is Nick, and welcome back to our last video, which will include information about BPM Studio. Now, BPM Studio is the workplace that actually has all of the processes, the business logic. It is one of the most complex workplaces, but let's take a fast glimpse through all of the modules that we have here. So what is Process Library? Process Library is, let's say, a bucket of different out-of-the-box processes that have been already created, and these processes are based on best practices of various industries, and as well as off-of-the-shelf business processes templates that will help you start using the system the way that you need. And the most positive thing about this particular library is that you can change and update the templates to meet the most specific business needs which you have. Also, you can find these templates on the marketplace, and they can be as well as free, or they can be for particular, or they can be paid templates and for downloading. So as you can see here, all of these processes are categorized. We can add our own favorites, which we will be using most of the time, or we can see particular processes which we have been using throughout all of the videos in lead management, opportunity management, order management, or various system processes. So as you can see here, information about lead qualification, how this lead is handed off to sales, distributed, management qualified, once again, or when we are waiting for sale. Everything is kept in the system, open for your administrator, supervisor, or whichever user you give rights to edit this information, and he or she is able to see it, edit this information, and change processes in your company. Now, the second module we have is called Process Log, and Process Log has three main functions. The first one is to effectively monitor and analyze the process execution and outcomes. The second one is to keep track of any process execution metrics. So it can be the duration, the average execution time, or the maximum and minimum values. And the third one is to, once again, visualize process data using custom dashboards and identify and eliminate bottlenecks in our particular processes. And this is something that we will be able to see here. Of course, in our particular case or example, you can see here that in this demo version, we will not be able to see it from beginning to end, but at the same time, we can, for example, open proceed to order, and we will see in this particular process that there is an error that we found out for ourselves, and that this error occurs when the lead, when we insert the lead product to order. So it is a very important module that actually helps us to create these processes and after that monitor and analyze them. Now, the next one, which is also, in my particular opinion, an important model, is the system users model. Now, what does system users means? Well, it means that in system users, we have or let's put it this way, in any type of application, website, you have different types of users, and these users have different types of accesses and edit rights, right? So just imagine, and this will be a different example from the website everybody knows, Facebook. So in the same group, you can be either a normal user, which can just see all of the posts and comment them, or you can be the group administrator. And as a group administrator, you have the ability to see the list of users, which you won't be able to do if you're just a simple member of the group. You will be able to edit these members, you will be able to edit the posts, and do a lot more things that a usual user will not be able to do. And what this means is that there is a particular user hierarchy and different types of users with different types of, first of all, accesses, and second of all, editing abilities. So in our system, BPM Online, as you can see here, we have different types of users. And all of these users have their own type of rights. So it is most probable of all that the marketing manager, Simon Clark, he will not have access to certain information that the sales department supervisor will. And it is very important, especially when you have a big company. Unfortunately, there are some particular internet questions, and it is not working as well as it should, so I apologize for that. But here you're able to create different users, and you are able to give these users different types of accesses to different workplaces. And it is very important when you have a big company, as I was saying a minute before, because, for example, you do not need an employee of the customer service workplace to see the information of the sales department. And once again, you do not want your employees from the sales department to go and see all of the information or open cases of the customer service department. And this is a very useful function when you have hundreds, thousands, or tens of thousands of users, because that way you can create different levels and give different accesses to your users and control all of them through this wonderful module. Now, the next module we have is system settings. So it is just particular settings that you are putting through your system. Let's just give it a second to load itself. For example, right? Just an easy example. We have particular settings for creating our password. And as you can see here in our system, we have a minimum length of password as one integer. An integer is a number, a whole number, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. So we can change it to 9. We want a minimum length of 9 integers, and all we need to do is save it, and that's it. For new users that will be creating new passwords, they will need to fulfill this new requirement. We have different type of rules here. So over here, the show message about logging account during logging in, it's a Boolean type, which means there's a true or false outcome, which means either the user receives this message, either not. So that's why we have the Boolean type. But basically, all of the processes that your BPM has and all of their settings can be customized right here in this module. Now, the next module that we have is email templates. I believe we've seen them before in the marketing module. This will contain all of the email templates that our marketing department, sales department, customer service department, anyone will be able to use when sending emails to clients or internal staff or whoever through our CRM system and BPM system. And the last module is the ML model module, which is machine learning model part of the Studio Workplace. What's interesting about it is that when you need to create a regression about a particular process inside your company, you can do it here. So for example, we have lead scoring for sales. We choose certain parameters that we want to learn, which variables are influencing it. And in this particular stage, we choose such records as satisfied and handoff to sales. We see which columns we think the predicted value depends on, which will be department, account industry, type, registration method, and other columns. And after that, we put in other information, and as a result, after studying all of this info, our predictor believes that out of 100%, the most important factor is the lead age in days, which is 24%. The customer need is 23%, and how much time we contacted the leads in the last 2 weeks. The text, the channel from where the lead comes is 9%, registration method, department, and so on. As a fast demo, these are the main modules of the Studio department, which will allow you to configure all of the business processes in your company. So I hope this video was of interest to you, and thank you for watching all of the 4 videos about marketing, sales, service, and studio. Have a great day. Bye.